All right, how's it going, guys, girls, early risers? We're going to give it a couple minutes here, let everybody join in who wants to play tonight. This is our final play-at-home trivia night for 2020. And all right. So let me get this fired up on Facebook. So I can see your comments. Once I get into the presentation, I go full screen and I can't see your comments. So if I log in on my iPad, at least I'll be able to see the Facebook comments, which is where most of you guys are playing anyway. So that works out. Let's get the comments on. Alrighty. Put that over here. Grab this. All right. I think we are situated and ready to go. This is our last play-at-home trivia night of the year. We did, and it's the 125th night we've played together via Facebook Live, Periscope, YouTube. 125 play-at-home trivia nights this year. As much as I enjoy doing these, I hope I don't do anywhere near that many in 2021, because that means we're not stuck at home and I'm able to go out and host these trivia nights in person in front of big crowds and indoor spaces and have fun together in being social. So 125 play-at-home trivia nights. I know there's a lot of you out there that have played in almost all of them, and I appreciate that. I'm sure we have a few different teams or players that have played in at least 100 of those games. So thank you guys. As we close the book on 2020, what a year it has been, that's for sure. So here's to a better 2021 and less play-at-home trivia nights. I love doing these, but I would rather be out in public talking to a large crowd, interacting with actual human beings, as opposed to just me talking to myself into my camera attached to my laptop. It's much better when I'm able to do this at the bar. It pays better, too. I'm not going to lie to you. That's another factor. All right, let's get to the game. Give me a second here. I gotta get in share screen mode so we can get into the presentation here. And we're gonna do the rules real quick before we get started. As always, we start off with a quick explanation of how our play-at-home trivia nights are played, just in case we've got a new player in the room tonight, and I hope we do. We're going to play 5 rounds of pub-style trivia. First round will be a picture round. Second round, followed by 3 specific categories. Then we'll have a round of general trivia to end the night. Each round will be made up of 5 questions worth 1 point each, and a bonus question, which is usually a little bit harder. So that one's worth 2 points. So 30 questions in all will be asked of you. The game takes about an hour and 20 minutes to play. In the maximum score a player or team can get is 42 points. That's a perfect score. More on how you can achieve that in a second. Here's how the game breaks down. I am going to read you the questions. They're also going to appear on your screen and be accompanied with a picture clue. You're going to write down your answers on your own score sheets there at home. Please do not put any of your answers in the comment sections. If you do not already have the Trivia Nights with Greg play-at-home score sheet, you can get that either by going to the Trivia Nights with Greg Facebook page. The PDF file is pinned to the top of the page, or I put the link to it in the comment section. You can go ahead, click on that, download your own copy of the score sheet, and use that to play along. If not, you don't want to use the printer ink, and I get that printer ink is expensive these days. You can grab any piece of scratch paper you've got lying around the house. Just make sure you have enough room for 30 answers, and you group your answers together by category, by round, I mean. So I'm going to read you the questions. You're going to put them down on your score sheets at home, not in the answer or the comment section. As soon as I read the questions to you, I will then go right back over and repeat them a second time in case you needed to see a picture clue again or missed a question. Then I'll give you a moment to finalize your answers before I reveal the correct answers to you, and you're going to be scoring your own score sheets there at home. So please, no cheating, no looking up answers, no filling in blanks, no changing answers, none of that stuff. We're playing for fun. We're playing to somewhat be social when there's not a whole lot of social options out there at this point, and give our brains a little bit of an exercise and workout. So please, no cheating. We're playing on the honor system here. At the end of the fifth and final round, you are going to add up the scores from all 5 of your rounds and put your final score nice and big on your score sheet so I can see it. And then you're going to take a picture of your score sheet and send it to me via Facebook Messenger. If you're playing on one of our other platforms tonight, you can either send me your score sheet via a DM on Twitter, or if you're on YouTube, you can post your score in the comments over there. But if you have Facebook access, that's the best way to send me the picture. As always, I mentioned the perfect score is 42 points, but you're saying there's only 30 questions. Well, you can do that because you are allowed to double your score for one of the 5 rounds in tonight's game. And you simply do that by putting a big circle around the entire round you want to double before you hear the answers to the round. That's the key. You need the circle to double before I reveal the answers to you. When we play the in-person game on Tuesday nights in Edison Park and Wednesday nights in Mount Greenwood, and God, I hope we're getting back to both of those places soon. You have to turn in your score sheets before the answers are revealed to you every round. So you don't have them sitting with you at your table when you hear the answers. So in the spirit of the game, I ask that you please decide which round you're going to double during that little time that you get between when I read the questions and reveal the answers to you. I'm going to give you a minute or two for each round. If you think you did really well on a particular round, say the picture round to start things off, you think you got all 6 questions right, that's when you decide you want to double the score for that round. Please don't wait till after I read you the answers and you see that you got all 6 right and then double it. Or don't wait to the end of the game and then just pick the round you did the best on and double that one. That would be considered cheating, and we don't like that around here. That's not cool. So basically, the main 3 infractions you can commit while enjoying a play-at-home trivia night is cheating, looking up answers, changing answers, that sort of nonsense. Putting an answer in the comment section is also frowned upon heavily, and doubling your score after you've heard the answers for that round. So those are our rules. Let's take a look at our categories. It is a theme night tonight. We usually do our themes on Thursdays, but there is no trivia tomorrow night because of New Year's Eve. So we bumped our theme night up one night. And of course, it's our final 2020 Play at Home Trivia night. So it is all about the year 2020, a year none of us is ever going to forget. That is for sure. No one is going to forget the year 2020 for numerous reasons, about 19 of them. So here's our categories for tonight. 2020 Oscar nominees is our picture round. It is a round full of people who were nominated for Oscars in all various categories. You just have to identify who the person is in each picture. Then we're going to do round number 2, 2020 in music. 2020 Obituary is round number 3. That'll be all about some celebrities we lost during this year that lasted a decade. Then 2020 in sports. It was a very strange year in sports. Some events took place when they were supposed to in front of large crowds, but most of them were played in empty arenas and stadiums. We'll talk about the year in sports in round 4. And then general 2020 trivia, just some random questions about some stuff and things that occurred over the past 365 days. Just to give you the heads up, those middle 3 rounds, the music, obituary, and sports rounds, those all have multiple choice and true or false, either or questions to kind of help you out along the way. There are no multiple choice or either or questions in the general trivia round. That's kind of the round we use to separate the contenders from the pretenders. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about doubling your score. Those middle 3 rounds have some multiple choice questions to kind of help you out, but not the final round. So this is our, as I mentioned at the start of the broadcast, in case you weren't here, this is our 125th Play at Home Trivia Night of 2020 and our final one. And hopefully, as much as I love to do this, we're not playing that many in 2021, because that means we're out and about and doing this in public in large groups, and that's the goal for 2021. All right, so as you see, as I've told you 124 times and now 125 times this year, scrolling at the bottom of the screen is the PayPal and Venmo information if you're interested in sending a tip. Tipping is not required to play tonight's game, but it really, really, really is appreciated. Both of my main sources of income are not allowed to happen right now. I cannot host trivia events, weekly games in large groups, and my other job, my quote-unquote day job, is covering hockey and scouting hockey, and there are no hockey games going on. There haven't been in March, so there's not a lot of action going on there. So any tips are greatly appreciated. At the very least, they help me keep the electricity and Wi-Fi on so we can get together and play 4 nights a week. If you don't want to tip and you want to find another way to help out, you can always go to thehockeywriters.com /author/G Boyson. That link is there in the scroll as well. That's my author page over at thehockeywriters.com, where you can read all my work for that wonderful website. Over 600 articles I've written over there since being hired, including my daily Today in Hockey history column. And you never know when something from that history column is going to pop up in the form of a trivia question. So that's another way to help out, because the more clicks I get, the more money they send me. So you never know. You could be studying up on your trivia questions. You may learn a thing or two, but the best part is you're getting my click rate up, which means more money. So that is appreciated. All right, that is not the end of the promos and begging portion of tonight's game, but it is for now, because we're going to move right into our game. The reason we're all here. It's our theme night, Thursday theme on a Wednesday, 2020 year in review. Let's get rolling. We're going to start with our picture round. 2020 Oscar nominees. These are all people that were nominated for an Oscar this past year. That was one of the few big events that got to happen normally before the pandemic and ensuing lockdowns happened. So let's take a look at some of our Oscar nominees. Here we go. Here's nominee number 1. What is this guy's name right here? Oscar nominee number 1. These awards took place, what, early March, late February, early March? It feels like it was 9 years ago, not 9 months ago, but that's where we are. That's the kind of year this has been. I think we're going to have better stories than our parents when they used to tell us how they would walk barefoot through snow uphill both ways to school. We'll be able to tell about how we survived 2020, and I'm sure the hardships will get worse and worse and more exaggerated over the years as the stories get told. Nothing wrong with a little bit of embellishment. Here's number 2. What is this young lady's name? Oscar nominee number 2. All right, moving on to number 3. This one might be the hardest one of the group. This guy is behind the camera, not in front of it, so you're probably not used to seeing his face. But there he is. Who is Oscar nominee number 3? There is number 4, Oscar nominee number 4. Doesn't quite look the way she used to, but there she is in 2020. All right. And here is nominee number 5. Nominee number 5. How do you pronounce? Who is this fine actress? And our bonus question for the Oscar nominee round for 2 points. What movie had the most Oscar nominations in 2020 with 11? What movie had the most Oscar nominations in 2020 with 11? I believe they only won 2 of those awards, but they still had the most nominations. What movie in 2020 had the most Oscar nominations with 11? All right, let's repeat these clues for you real quick. Here's number 1 a second time for you. Number 11. Number 1, sorry. Number 1. There's number 2 for you. Number 2. And number 3, second time for you. This is our behind the camera nominee. Number 4. And number 5. And the bonus question for 2 points. What movie had the most Oscar nominations in 2020 with 11? For 2 points, what movie had the most Oscar nominations in 2020 with 11? All right, I'm going to give you guys a moment to finalize those answers for our picture round. This is the time where if you feel that you did really good on our Oscar nomination round and you want to double your score, this is the time you go ahead and put a circle around your group of answers, and you can get twice as many points for this round. If you're not too confident in your Oscar nominee knowledge, don't worry. You got 4 other options to use the double score with. You could either use it for 2020 in music, the 2020 Obituary, 2020 in sports, or our general trivia round. Reminder, there are multiple choice and either or questions in the next 3 rounds, but none in the final round. All right, let's do our answers. Let's get through these really quick tonight. Yeah, let's do it. Round 1. Oscar nominations 2020 Oscar nominees picture round. Here we go. Number 1, you may know this guy from the Star Wars latest Star Wars trilogy. That is Adam Driver. Adam Driver is number 1. Number 2, she's been in a whole bunch of stuff of late. Margot Robbie. Margot Robbie is who we're looking for number 2. Number 3, this is our director. He's done a lot of really good stuff. Road to Perdition, American Beauty, and was nominated for 1917. This is Sam Mendes. Sam Mendes is who we're looking for. See how many of you guys got that one right. Number 4, this is Renee Zellweger, they tell me, even though it doesn't look much like the Renee Zellweger I remember from Empire Records, but you know, stuff happens. Number 5, I spent like 20 minutes earlier today learning how to pronounce this name, and I'm probably going to still screw it up. This is Saoirse Ronan. Saoirse Ronan. Yeah, that's what I'm pretty sure how you say that. Saoirse Ronan. Anyway, however you pronounce it, she's a really good actress no matter what. So that's who number 5 is. And our bonus question for 2 points. What movie had the most Oscar nominations in 2020 with 11 of them? Surprisingly, it was The Joker. The Joker had the most Oscar nominations. Took home 2 awards, I believe. All right, that's our Oscar round for the night. And we're going to move right along in the round number 2, 2020 in music. I think a lot of us listened to more music than ever in 2020, basically because we're working from home, we're spending less time out and about, more time to put some music on. I know I listened to a ton of music this year, but that's nothing new for me. Here we go, 2020 in music. Let's do it. Some questions on the year in tunes. Question number 1, what female artist released the top-selling record of 2020 in July and surprised her fans with a second 2020 album in December? What female artist released what became the top-selling album of 2020 back in July, and then she surprised her fans with an unannounced album drop in mid-December? Who are we talking about here? Everybody seems to love that July record. I don't know. I can't do it. I can't do it. What female artist released a top-selling record of 2020 back in July and then surprised her fans with a second album in December? Who are we talking about here? As always, the picture clues are trying to help you a little bit. Number 2, which one of these pop acts did not release an album in 2020? The Black Eyed Peas, Kylie Minogue, or Adele? Which one of these pop acts did not release a new album in 2020? Black Eyed Peas, Kylie Minogue, or Adele? 2 of those artists did come out with a new record this past year. One of them did not. Looking for the one who did not release any new music this past year. So which one of these 3 acts did not release an album this past year? Black Eyed Peas, Kylie Minogue, or Adele? All right, number 3. It's a true-false question. Abbey Road by the Beatles was the 12th best-selling album of 2020. True or false? Abbey Road by the Beatles was the 12th best-selling album of 2020. Number 4. What male artist caused controversy by wearing numerous dresses in a spread for the December 2020 issue of Vogue? Was that Adam Levine, Harry Styles, or Justin Bieber? What male artist caused controversy by wearing numerous dresses in a spread for the December issue of Vogue magazine? Was that Adam Levine, Harry Styles, or Justin Bieber? Which male artist caused controversy by wearing dresses in the December 2020 issue of Vogue? Was that Adam Levine, Harry Styles, or Justin Bieber? Question number 5. What legendary songwriter released a 17-minute song about the JFK assassination called Murder Most Foul? That's a real thing. What legendary songwriter released a 17-minute song this year about the JFK assassination called Murder Most Foul? And the bonus question. For 2 points, what 2 female artists released the popular duet Rain on Me in 2020? For 2 points, what 2 female artists released the popular duet Rain on Me 2020? When I was researching this round and I came across this song, I was very disappointed that it wasn't a cover of the Who song, but then I remembered that that was not spelled the same. For 2 points, what 2 female artists released the popular duet Rain on Me in 2020? Let's repeat these questions real quick for our music in 2020 round. Number 1, what female artist released the top-selling record of 2020 back in July before surprising her fans with a second album in December? Question 2, which one of these pop acts did not release an album in 2020? Black Eyed Peas, Kylie Minogue, or Adele? Which one of those 3 did not come out with a new record this past year? Number 3, true or false, Abbey Road by the Beatles was the 12th best-selling album of 2020. True or false, Abbey Road by the Beatles was the 12th best-selling album of 2020. Number 4, what male artist caused controversy by wearing numerous dresses in a spread for the December issue of Vogue magazine? Was that Adam Levine, Harry Styles, or Justin Bieber? Number 5, what legendary songwriter released a 17-minute song about the JFK assassination called Murder Most Foul? Yeah, nothing like writing a protest song about the JFK assassination almost 60 years after it happened. Better late than never. That's why it was 17 minutes long. It took them that long to write the damn song. The bonus question for 2 points. What 2 female artists released the popular duet Rain on Me in 2020? Who is responsible for the popular song Rain on Me? You need to know both of those in order to get 2 points. If you only get one, you can give yourself 1 point. But got to have both names if you want full credit. All right, I'm going to give you a moment to finalize those musical answers. And if you would like your own customized play-at-home trivia game that I can make for you to host at your own party, if you're hosting a small gathering in the next few weeks, I could take care of the trivia for you. I'll come up with the game and make it the presentation for you. You put it up on your TV and you can host it yourself. You can pick as many categories as you want and as many different rounds as you want, as many, and whatever the topic is, it's up to you. Send me an email right there to gjb1979 at gmail.com. Also, if you'd like to have me come and host a virtual trivia night for you in your video conferencing call, be it for a work event, a happy hour, or just hanging out with your book club or friends, you want a trivia night of your own, I'm available to do those too. I'll come and join your video conference call and do the same type of video trivia night we do here online. So reach out for me if you like that as well. Also, please make sure you like the Trivia Nights with Greg Facebook page. That's where you'll stay updated on all our categories and themes. And once we get back to the in-person games, you'll get your free questions of the week, your player's choice category, polls, all that fun stuff over there on the Facebook page. And follow me on Twitter and Instagram as well. Follow me on Twitter to get all my hockey coverage as well. If you're into that sort of thing, I cover the Blackhawks, the NHL breaking news desk, the AHL as well, which might be getting back to playing here soon, which is good news. Plus, I do some prospect and history articles as well. So follow me on Twitter to stay up to date on all that stuff. All right, it's Music of 2020. Let's do the answers. Let's roll through these. Question number 1, what female artist released the top-selling record of 2020 in July and then surprised your fans with a second record drop in December? We got some Chuck Taylors over there in the picture clue. Taylor Swift is who we're talking about. Taylor Swift. Do we have any Swifties playing tonight? I can't do it. I mean, that Folklore album is supposed to be fantastic. I know a lot of people I trust about music opinions that rave about it. I don't know, something about her, I can't do it. Number 2, which one of these pop acts did not release an album in 2020? That would be Adele. Adele. I was actually surprised to learn the Black Eyed Peas were still a thing, but they are. Kylie Minogue, she just seems to put out new music all the time. Adele, still waiting on that follow-up. It's been a while. Here's number 3, True or False, Abbey Road by the Beatles was the 12th best-selling album of 2020. That's actually true. That's actually true. A lot of old albums appear in the top 100 of the year. I think like Queen's Greatest Hits was in the top 20. There was another older album that made the top 22. It slips my memory now, but especially in a year like this year where people were rediscovering music because that's all they could do for a couple of months, not surprised some old classics appeared. But that is true. Abbey Road was the 12th best-selling album of 2020. That's pretty amazing. Number 4, what male artist caused controversy by wearing numerous dresses in a spread for the December 2020 issue of Vogue? That would be Harry Styles. Harry Styles made some people clutch their pearls, even though you could pretty much see any of those 3 guys pulling that off. Harry Styles. I kind of dig Harry Styles. I'm not a big pop music guy, but he's got a few good songs. I don't mind him as much as some of the other 2 guys, not so much. But Harry Styles is not too bad. Number 5, what legendary songwriter released a 17-minute song about the JFK assassination called Murder Most Foul? I've listened to it. It's Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan. The record that this is on that he released this year is fantastic. I'm a huge Bob Dylan fan. This song, and I'm also always been fascinated with the JFK assassination, but 17 minutes is just a bit too long for me. It's a bit much, but it's not bad. And the bonus question, final question for this round, what 2 female artists released the popular song Rain on Me this past year? That would be Lady Gaga and Ariana Grande. Lady Gaga and the donut licker Ariana Grande. That's who we got. Need both of those young ladies' names down to get the full 2 points for the bonus question. If you only had one of them, give yourself 1 point. All right, we're going to move on from music to the obituary round. This is about people who we lost during this past year. We lost a lot of people, famous, known by others, and maybe famous just in our own families or friends circles. Way too many people this past year. We're going to talk about some of these celebrities we lost during 2020. Here we go. Question number 1. Neil Peart, who died on January 7th, was considered to be one of the best drummers in rock history for his work with what band? Neil Peart, who died on January 7th, was considered one of the best drummers in rock history with his work with what band? He is a fabulous drummer. He was a fabulous drummer. There's no doubt about that. I don't care much for the band he was in, but as a musician, he is top notch. What band was Neil Peart the longtime drummer of? Number 2, English actor Jeremy Bulloch died on December 17th, just a few days ago. He was best remembered for playing which popular Star Wars character? Was it Chewbacca, Boba Fett, or C-3PO? English actor Jeremy Bulloch died on December 17th. He was best remembered for playing which popular Star Wars character in the original trilogy? Was it Chewbacca, Boba Fett, or C-3PO? Question 3, true or false? The late Alex Trebek was never a United States citizen. True or false? The late Alex Trebek was never a United States citizen. Look at that flow and that stash. That is an amazing picture right there. That may be the greatest Alex Trebek picture ever taken. That is some fabulous late 1970s, early 80s aura going on right there. Back in the day when you couldn't tell the difference between the game show hosts and the adult movie stars, apparently. True or false? Alex Trebek was never a United States citizen. Question number 4. Which one of these television shows did the late Jerry Stiller never guest star on? Law and Order, Sex in the City, or Mad About You? Which one of these television shows did the late Jerry Stiller never guest star on? Law and Order, Sex in the City, or Mad About You? Going through Jerry Stiller's IMDb page is pretty impressive. This dude was on like almost every single TV show ever, except for one of these 3. He wasn't. But man, he was on a lot of great shows, even for like one episode. He really became pop culture with Seinfeld, but he was around forever. Question number 5. What former spokesman for Quaker Oats died at the age of 85 on August 1st? What former spokesman for Quaker Oats died at the age of 85 on August 1st? And our bonus question for the 2020 obituary round. For 2 points, what singer-songwriter from Maywood, Illinois, known as the Singing Mailman, died on April 7th? For 2 points, what singer-songwriter from Maywood, Illinois, known as the Singing Mailman, died on April 7th? All right, let's repeat these questions for you. Round 3 of 5 tonight, 2020 obituary. Question number 1. Neil Peart, who died on January 7th, was considered one of the best drummers in rock history for his work with what band? What band was Neil Peart a part of? Question number 2. English actor Jeremy Bulloch died on December 17th. He was best remembered for playing which popular Star Wars character? Was it Chewbacca, Boba Fett, or C3PO? Chewbacca, Boba Fett, C3PO. Which one of those characters was played by Jeremy Bulloch? Number 3, true or false, the late Alex Trebek was never a United States citizen. Number 4, which one of these television shows did the late Jerry Stiller never guest star on? Law and Order, Sex and the City, or Mad About You? Number 5, what former spokesman for Quaker Oats died at the age of 85 on August 1st? Bonus question for 2 points. What singer-songwriter from Maywood, Illinois, known as the Singing Mailman, died on April 7th? All right. We'll give you a moment to finalize those answers. That'll give us a time to take a peek at our upcoming theme nights. We'll be back to Thursday night themes for the month of January. There are no holiday events happening on Thursdays during January, so we could stick to our normal schedule. Our first theme night of 2021 will be Arnold Schwarzenegger trivia. I'm looking forward to that. That'll be a week from tomorrow on January 7th. Thanks to Joe for the suggestion on that. The 14th, we're doing Oh Canada. It'll be a night of Canadian trivia. We'll definitely do a hockey round that night. Maybe a Letterkenny. I haven't watched the new season of Letterkenny yet. I'm going to do that this weekend for sure. Probably do like maybe some Canadian music or all kinds of. There's plenty of Canada stuff to do. So we'll do that on the 14th. The 21st will be Seinfeld night. Speaking of Jerry Stiller, Seinfeld is one of my most popular requests for categories and themes. So we'll do all Seinfeld trivia on the 21st. And we'll end the month with another Star Wars night. Hey, we had Jerry Stiller and a Star Wars question this round, previewing our theme nights. We've done a couple of Star Wars nights in the past. We'll bring this back again because Lord knows there's so much Star Wars trivia out there. So we'll do that on the 28th. So if you got any ideas for some themes you'd like to play in February, or categories you'd like to play as soon as Sunday night, send those to me when you send your score sheets, or put them in the comments. Send me an email. Let me know what you guys want to play. These nights are for you. I'm just here to read the questions, talk to myself, and make bad jokes and observations. So you guys are the ones that are having the fun and playing. So if there's any kind of category or a theme night you want to play, let me know. I'll make it happen. All right, let's do 2020 obituary. Here come the answers. Number 1, Neil Peart, who died on January 7th, was considered one of the best drummers in rock history for his work with Rush. He was the longtime drummer for Rush. Man, some people just love this band forever. Not me. I don't care for them. Great musicians that make not so great music, in my opinion. Question number 2. English actor Jeremy Bulloch died on December 17th. He was best remembered for playing which popular Star Wars character? He was the original Boba Fett, of course. If you watch the second season of The Mandalorian, obviously he was not a part of that. Not trying to spoil it, but come on, it's been out for like 2 months now. You should have watched it by now. And if you haven't watched The Mandalorian, it's amazing. Good storytelling. Number 3, true or false, the late Alex Trebek was never a United States citizen. That is false. He did become a dual citizen. He was born in Sudbury, Ontario, home of the Sudbury Wolves of the OHL. But in the 90s, I believe it was, he became a dual citizen. So good for Alex. Wanted to pay taxes in 2 countries. That's admirable. Number 4, which one of these television shows did Jerry Stiller never guest star on? He never made an appearance on Mad About You, but he did for Law and Order and Sex in the City and a whole bunch of other shows. Number 5, what former spokesman for Quaker Oats died at the age of 85 on August 1st? The man, the myth, the legend, Wilford Brimley is who we're looking for here. You can't really see it, but I'm wearing my Wilford Brimley diabetes shirt in memory of the late, great actor. And the bonus question for 2 points. What singer-songwriter from Maywood, Illinois, known as the Singing Mailman, died on April the 7th due to COVID complications? John Prine. That one stung a lot. I love John Prine. He's one of my favorite artists of all time. That one hurt quite a bit. Still not over that one 100%, but I listen to his music all the time. One of the greatest songwriters who ever lived. I love me some John Prine, and you should too. All right, that wraps up the obituary round. Let's move on to round number 4, 2020 in sports. It was definitely a weird sports year, not night. It was a weird sports year this past year. Let's talk about it here in round number 4. Number 1, in a battle of the Tigers, what school won the college football national championship on January 13th? In a battle of the Tigers, what school won the college football national championship back on January 13th? Question number 2, the Los Angeles Lakers beat the Miami Heat in 6 games to win the NBA championship. How many NBA titles have they won in franchise history now? Is it 17, 18, or 19? The Los Angeles Lakers beat the Miami Heat in 6 games to win the NBA championship. How many NBA titles have they won in franchise history? 17, 18, or 19? Number 3, true or false, Joey Logano won the 2020 Daytona 500. True or false, Joey Logano won the 2020 Daytona 500. Number 4, who did the Tampa Bay Lightning beat to win their second Stanley Cup in franchise history? Was it the Vegas Golden Knights, the St. Louis Blues, or the Dallas Stars? Who did the Tampa Bay Lightning beat to win the second Stanley Cup in franchise history? Was it the Vegas Golden Knights, the St. Louis Blues, or the Dallas Stars? Number 5, who was the MVP of Super Bowl 54? Who is the MVP of the last Super Bowl? And the bonus question for 2 points, what relief pitcher won the 2020 National League Rookie of the Year? For 2 points, what relief pitcher won the National League Rookie of the Year in 2020? Had I not written this question, I honestly would have had no idea. I barely watched any baseball this past year, and I'm a huge baseball guy. But I just, for whatever reason, I couldn't get into the season this year. Probably the fact that it coincided with the Stanley Cup playoffs that I was being paid to watch and cover probably had a lot to do with not watching a lot of baseball. But even when I did, I couldn't, I don't know. It was just weird. Everything was weird this year. All right, let's repeat our sports questions. Question number 1. In a battle of the Tigers, what school won the college football national championship back on January the 13th? Number 2, Los Angeles Lakers beat the Miami Heat in 6 games to win the NBA title this past year. How many championships have they now won in franchise history? 17, 18, or 19? How many world titles do Los Angeles Lakers lay claim to? Number 3, true or false, Joey Logano won the 2020 Daytona 500. Number 4, who did the Tampa Bay Lightning beat to win the second Stanley Cup in franchise history? Was it the Vegas Golden Knights, the St. Louis Blues, or the Dallas Stars? Number 5, who was the MVP of Super Bowl 54? The bonus question for 2 points. What relief pitcher won the National League Rookie of the Year? All right, I'll give you guys a moment to finalize those answers. A quick reminder that we do this 4 nights a week when there are no holidays. So no trivia tomorrow night. So we'll be back Sunday night. We'll end the weekend, the first weekend of 2021, and start a new year together on Sunday. And then we'll play Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday next week. No trivia tomorrow night because of New Year's Eve. Yeah, so Sunday we'll be back at it with our regular format. No theme on Sunday. Keep your eyes peeled to the Trivia Nights with Greg Facebook page and the Twitter account. Sunday morning, I'll have the categories up for you. As we set the counter back to 0, we did 125 games in 2020. Let's hope we don't do that many play-at-home games in 2021. I'd like to do that many games out and about. All right, here's our sports answers. Question number 1, in a battle of the Tigers, what school won the college football national title? January 13th, there was the Tigers of LSU. LSU beat Clemson to win the title. Louisiana State. Number 2, the Lakers. They won the NBA title this past year. And as a franchise, they now have 17 championships in franchise history. That's a lot. True or false? Number 3, Joey Logano won the 2020 Daytona 500. That is false. It was Denny Hamlin who won the big NASCAR race. Of course, this was right before all the COVID craziness took over. Number 4, who did the Tampa Bay Lightning beat to win the second Stanley Cup in franchise history? It was the Dallas Stars. Don't you remember the green uniforms? If you were watching, you should have been watching. It was a pretty good series. Tampa Bay going to be in the Blackhawks division this year because of the realignment. That's not going to be fun. Number 5, who was the MVP of Super Bowl 54? That is Pat Mahomes, Kansas City Chiefs quarterback. Pat Mahomes, guy the Bears coulda, shoulda had, but let's not get into that. Bonus question for 2 points. What relief pitcher won the Rookie of the Year? That was Devin Williams. Devin Williams of the Milwaukee Brewers was your 2020 National League Rookie of the Year. I had no idea, no clue, till I looked that up today to write this question. So maybe some of you baseball fans knew that. I had no idea. All right, let's move on to our final round of the night. It's general 2020 trivia, just some random questions about different stuff that happened during the year. At the end of this round, you are going to add up the scores from all 5 rounds, put it on your score sheets, take out your smartphones, and then send me a picture of your score sheet so I can figure out who our big 2020 year-end night winner is. You can send that to either the Trivia Nights with Greg Facebook page or my personal page. Doesn't matter. Let's start off with question number 1, shall we? What company was one of the few to profit due to the pandemic by adding 15 million new subscribers in the first quarter of 2020? What company was one of the few to profit due to the pandemic by adding 15 million new subscribers in the first quarter of 2020? This was one business that did not need to get bailed out or get a loan or anything like that. They did quite well. for themselves during the pandemic. Question number 2. The Prime Minister of the United Kingdom was the first leader of a major Western country to contract COVID-19. What is his name? Who was the Prime Minister of the UK that was the first leader of a major Western country to contract COVID-19? Question number 3. 2020 Summer Olympics are postponed until next year, maybe. In which city were they due to take place? The 2020 Summer Olympics are postponed until next year. Which city were they due to take place in? Still will be whenever they decide they can safely do it. But what city were they supposed to take place in? Honestly, I think the 2021 summer is a little bit too soon to try to pull off a worldwide game. I think that's a little optimistic, but we'll see. Maybe they'll do it closer to the fall, or maybe they'll do it in 2022. We'll do summer and winter in the same year like it used to be. Number 4, Joseph Allen Maldonado Passage became a hit in early 2020, known better by what name? Joseph Allen Maldonado Passage, or is it Passage, became a hit in early 2020, known better by what name? Question 5. Who narrated the Disney Plus nature documentary Elephant, which became available to stream on April 3rd? Who narrated the Disney Plus nature documentary Elephant, which became available to stream back on April 3rd? And our bonus question, our final question of the night on 2020. For 2 points, actress Olivia de Havilland. Sorry about that. Olivia de Havilland was the last surviving cast member of what iconic film before she passed away on July 26th at the age of 104? This was left over from the obituary round. For 2 points, actress Olivia de Havilland was the last surviving cast member of what iconic film before she passed away on July the 26th at the age of 104. That's pretty amazing. For 2 points, actress Olivia de Havilland was the last surviving cast member of what iconic film before she died at 104 back in July? All right, let's repeat these questions for you. Final round of the night, general 2020 trivia. Number 1, what company was one of the few to profit due to the pandemic by adding 15 million new subscribers in the first quarter of 2020? Question number 2. The Prime Minister of the United Kingdom was the first leader of a major Western country to contract COVID-19. What is his name? Number 3, the 2020 Summer Olympics are postponed until next year. In which city were they due to take place? Where were the 2020 Summer Olympics supposed to be held? Number 4, Joseph Allen Maldonado Passage became a hit in early 2020, known better by what name? Number 5, who narrated the Disney Plus nature documentary Elephant, which became available to stream on April 3rd? And the bonus question, final question tonight for 2 points. Actress Olivia de Havilland, that lady in the picture, was the last surviving cast member of what iconic film before she died at 104 on July the 26th? All right, I'm going to give you guys a moment here to finish up these answers. Don't forget, you're going to take a picture of your score sheets. Once I reveal the answers to this round, you're going to add up all your rounds, put your final score nice and big, take a picture, and send that to me via Facebook Messenger. If you're playing on Periscope, you can send that in a Twitter DM. If you're over on the YouTubes, you can just post your score in the comments, or if you have access to Facebook, that would be great. You can send it there. Send it to either the Trivia Nights with Greg Facebook page or my personal page. It doesn't matter. Those messages will pop up on the same iPad. So let's do our answers. Final round, general trivia, number 1. Here we go. What company was one of the few to profit due to the pandemic by adding 15 million new subscribers in the first quarter of 2020? Of course, we're talking about Netflix. Netflix, that makes a lot of sense. A lot of people knew they're going to have to stay home and watch TV, so they bought themselves some Netflix. And then they chilled. Question 2, Prime Minister of the United Kingdom was the first leader of a major Western country to contract COVID-19. We're talking about Boris Johnson. Boris Johnson is who we're looking for. Number 3, 2020 Summer Olympics were postponed until next year, and they're supposed to take place in Tokyo. Tokyo is the host of the next Summer Olympic Games, whenever the heck those may be. Number 4, Joseph Allen Maldonado Passage became a hit in early this year, and he is known better as Joe Exotic. Joe Exotic. Never watched that. Don't care to. I don't. We need to stop making stupid people famous in this country. Plenty of other good entertainment. Watch some Letterkenny. You'll enjoy that better. Who narrated the Disney Plus nature documentary Elephant, which became available to stream on April the 3rd? That was Meghan Markle. Meghan Markle narrated the Elephant documentary. I have not watched that. I need to cue that up one of these days on the old Disney Plus. And the bonus question for 2 points, actress Olivia de Havilland was the last surviving cast member of Gone with the Wind before she died earlier this year. Gone with the Wind is the bonus question answer. So that concludes the question and answer part of the game. And now I'm going to pop back in full screen here. We don't need that display anymore. Don't need this anymore either. I will need that. So now I'm just going to wait for you guys to send me your scores so I can figure out who our big winner is tonight on our 125th and final Play at Home Trivia Night for 2020. But we'll be back Sunday night to start all over in 2021. So if you've got some category ideas, either you'd like to play as a single round on one of our normal nights, or if you've got something that you think would be a good theme night for an upcoming Thursday, we'll definitely get to those in February. I will bring back a Jeopardy night at some point in February. Those are popular. But I'm open for any ideas you guys may have. All right, scores are rolling in. We've got Team Rios, Joey and Anna. Thank you guys as always. I have your final score. Oh, the Goonies. A 2020 version of a trivia score right there. That's all right. Looks like the winning streak might be coming to an end tonight. Let's see who our big winner is going to be tonight. Let's try over here. All right. We have double G and Z. Oh, no Dan. So it's just blowouts and Zupans tonight. Thank you, guys. Looks like you're back where the connections are working better. I have your score. Thank you. And we have ST No D. Uh-oh. All right. Well, 2020 wasn't a good year for a lot of people, and it wasn't a good year for trivia scores either, apparently, for some of you guys tonight. Let's make sure I'm not forgetting anybody. Go over here. Alrighty, let's put together our top 4 for this evening, unless we get another score roll in real quick. Gotta get in here, top 5. Alrighty. You guys are there. You guys are there. And then you guys will go here. All right. Didn't look like we got any others popping in. Let me just double check. All right. So we got top 4 tonight. 4 of my most loyal teams. You guys have been around for most of the Play at Home trivia nights this year, so it's only appropriate you guys are closing out the year with me. In 4th place, ST No D. You guys had 19 points, but you still get on the big board. That's all right. Thank you, ladies, as always, for playing along. You guys have been here for almost every night. You only missed a couple. 3rd place, 29 points. The winning streak is over. The Goonies knocked out of the top spot, but you've now got a few days to study up and come back fighting Sunday night. 2nd place, the Glowats and Zupans. You guys had 34 points. That's good enough for our runner-up spot. But back in the winner's circle, a place they found themselves quite a bit during 2020. They end the year with 1 more victory. Joey and Anna, Team Rios, 39 out of a possible 42 points. You're our big 2020 year in review champions. Congratulations. That wraps up tonight's game. That wraps up 2020 as far as play at home trivia nights go. Thank you guys again for all your support, both on the online at home games and those of you who came out and played at a bunch in person as well. Hopefully we'll be able to get that going again here soon. Hopefully by February at some point we can get back into the bars and play trivia in person. But if not, we're going to keep doing it here starting again on Sunday night. I hope you guys all have a great and safe and healthy New Year's Eve and New Year's Day coming up. Enjoy the holiday. Enjoy some time off and some time with your friends and family. If you're celebrating, please do it responsibly and safe. And let's start 2021 as the year we work together to do what's right for everybody. Let's have a great, much better, healthy, and happier and less stressful 2020. Let's start that off Sunday night at 7 p.m. I'll see you guys then. Be safe, everybody. Happy New Year, and we'll see you next year.